The concept of I chose this. The concept of I chose this at any transition in any relationship breakup or misfortune or tragedy or anything that seems painful at the moment and sad and hard to go through. If you take a breath in, breathe in the fact and the possibility and the truth that you actually chose most of this. You actually chose all of this. Like, you chose this life, you chose this experience. So to transform and to truly transform into a positive upswing from something that's been so negative and getting you down is to realize how you've chosen it and why. Why have you made that agreement with God? Why have you made that agreement with the universe to choose this? And sometimes we don't have enough of our own willpower to make certain things happen or not happen, that we go through painful experiences to learn by trial and error, to learn by experience, to learn by life. And that is our greatest aha moment. That is our greatest realization moment, when we can see that we chose this. And then we can step into the empowerment of the life lesson and the learning from your experience. And that is where some exponential possibility and energy opens up for you, when you realize that you are taking claim for your life. You're not blaming. Take claim, don't blame, right? Some people say no claim, no blame. But if you don't take ownership and claim for your life and things that are happening in your life, you're not going to blame yourself. You're not going to look at yourself and see how you've done certain things and had certain outcomes. You are going to see how others have done something to you, and that's why you're mad or upset. But if you take claim and ownership of your life and see how you have actually created things in your life already, and that you've actually chosen them to be on a higher path and a higher learning standpoint in life, and really show up for yourself in the world, and really show up for your choices and really own them, and have self-responsibility and personal integrity with yourself and others and spirit, life, universe, and God, what have you will, whatever you call it. I think that is when we can be in further alignment, fuller alignment with ourselves and with our truth and with nature, with God, with spirit, the holy universe, and your purpose on earth. Because I have just gone through something similar, and every time after I go through a breakup, I actually have this realization where it's like, I chose this, and there could have been better ways that I chose the lesson in a less harsh way. Realizing that you chose it is super empowering, but at the same time, it's kind of saddening, because you're like, oh no, why would I choose myself to have pain or sadness, or issues around something that could have flowed better? Why did I choose losses and devastation? Why would I have chosen that? Because if we don't see a hurtful side, or if we don't feel a negative side, if we don't feel that downward spiral, what are we going to overcome? What are we going to accomplish? How are we going to know that we're doing well when you don't know what is doing bad? How are you going to know pleasure without the pain? How are you going to know love without the fear? How are you going to know life without the death? So realize that you chose this. You chose this life. You chose to experience all of that. All of that. That is human. You chose to be human. Step up for it. Step up for it. Step up. Step up for it, because you chose it. Put yourself in the game and know that you can affect it positively with your mindset and with self-responsibility and going after things. I'm Melissa Lane, the Clearing Coach. Thanks so much for listening, and subscribe here on YouTube for more valuable insights, divine downloads, and inspirational messages.